What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, a 1979 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, could be your golden ticket to financial freedom? Imagine finding a tiny copper coin in your old jar of change and discovering it's worth nearly $1 million. Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up because in this video, I'm going to reveal why this rare penny is breaking records, how to check if you have one, and most importantly, how to sell it for top dollar before it's too late. But before we get into it, let me ask you something. When was the last time you really looked at your spare change? If the answer is never, you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Let's dive in. Now, before you rush to check your pockets, let's talk about why this particular 1979 no mint mark Lincoln cent is so valuable. First, the basics. Most pennies from 1979 were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But here's where things get interesting. A small batch of these pennies left the mint without any mint mark, an error that makes them exceptionally rare. These error coins are like winning the lottery, but instead of picking numbers, you just need to find one in your piggy bank. Now, be honest, how many of you are already grabbing your magnifying glass? If you are, you're already ahead of 99% of people. Alright, now here's where things get really intense. Back in the day, people didn't pay much attention to their spare change. Coins were just coins. But now? Collectors and investors are scrambling to get their hands on rare coins like these because their value is skyrocketing. One of these 1979 no mint mark pennies recently sold for an eye-watering $895,000. Experts predict these pennies could go even higher in value as demand increases, but here's the catch. Most people are making one crucial mistake that's costing them thousands. They either sell too quickly to the wrong buyer, or worse, they don't even realize they have one before it's too late. Don't be that person. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to check if you have a rare 1979 penny, and the best ways to sell it for maximum profit. Alright, here's the moment you've been waiting for. How do you know if you have this $1 million penny? Look at the date. Grab a magnifying glass and check if your penny says 1979 on the front. Check under the year. If there's no mint mark, meaning no tiny D for Denver or S for San Francisco, you might be in luck. Condition matters. If your penny is in near-perfect shape, meaning little to no scratches, it could be worth even more, and no, cleaning it with soap and water won't help. In fact, it could hurt the value. Just leave it as it is. I've got 3 proven methods to make sure you get top dollar for your coin, but before I reveal them, make sure you're not making the biggest mistake most people make when selling rare coins. Alright, let's talk money. Here's how to sell your rare 1979 penny for the highest possible price, the best option for high-value rare coins. Heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers have sold pennies like this for record-breaking prices. Always get a second opinion. A reputable dealer can confirm the authenticity and grade of your coin. Platforms like eBay and Great Collections allow you to reach global buyers, but be careful of scammers. One last thing, do not rush into selling. Some sellers jump at the first offer and leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table. Do your research, get your coin authenticated, and take your time. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coins right now. That jar of pennies sitting in your drawer could hold the key to a 6 or even 7-figure payday, and if you want to learn about more rare coins that could make you a fortune, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because in my next video, I'm revealing another rare penny that people are accidentally spending as pocket change, worth over $1 million. Imagine finding a tiny, forgotten penny in your drawer, only to realize it's worth nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, this little 1981 Lincoln cent, missing a tiny mint mark, is turning everyday people into instant millionaires. But here's the catch, only a handful exist, and most people don't even know what to look for. Could you be holding a fortune in your pocket right now? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot it, how to sell it, and how much it's worth today. It all starts in 1981, a year of big changes. The U.S. Mint was in full production, churning out billions of pennies. But among them, a rare mistake slipped through the cracks. A small batch was struck without the mint mark. Normally, these coins should have a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But these? Completely blank. That one tiny missing letter makes all the difference. Why does this matter? Because coin collectors and investors go crazy for rare errors. In 2024, one of these coins sold for a staggering $895,000. And experts predict prices could rise even higher. So, what does this mean for you? It means you might be sitting on a hidden treasure without even realizing it. How to identify the $1 million penny? Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. How do you know if you have one? First, grab any 1981 penny and look just below the date. If there's a tiny D or S, it's a regular penny. But if there's nothing there at all, your heart should start racing, because you could be holding a jackpot coin. At this point, you might be dumping out your entire coin jar onto the floor. Don't worry, you're not alone. I've had people message me at 3 a.m., saying, "I just woke up my entire family looking for this penny." But listen, before you start celebrating, there are a few more things to check. Okay, let's say you found one. First things first, don't clean it. Coin collectors want them in their original condition. Next, you'll need to get it authenticated by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it's legit, congratulations. You've just hit the coin collector's lottery. Now, how do you sell it for top dollar? Here's where most people make mistakes. Do not just list it on eBay for a few $100. Instead, reach out to top coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. They have direct access to millionaire collectors who are willing to pay premium prices. And here's the real shocker, even if your penny isn't the rare one, other rare 1981 pennies have sold for thousands of dollars. So don't ignore that jar of pennies just yet. Time is running out. Here's the deal, with rare coins, values can skyrocket overnight. What's worth $895,000 today could be over $1 million in a year or two. But once collectors snatch them all up, the opportunity is gone. Forever. So, if you want to cash in on this hidden fortune, start checking your pennies right now. Still think pennies are just pocket change? Well, tell that to the person who turned one penny into a mansion, a Ferrari, and a lifetime of wealth. Could the next millionaire be you? What if I told you that a single penny in your pocket right now could be worth nearly $900,000? Sounds unbelievable, right? But the 1985 D. Lincoln penny has shaken the coin collecting world, fetching jaw-dropping prices in auctions. Imagine holding a coin so rare that collectors would fight tooth and nail to own it. Could you have one lying around your home right now? Well, don't go anywhere, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll reveal why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and what you need to do immediately if you find one. But fair warning, this story has a twist that you won't see coming. First, let's talk about why the 1985 D. Lincoln penny is sending shockwaves through the rare coin market. In most cases, pennies from 1985 are worth, well, a penny. But not this one. This particular variation has a rare error, a subtle but game-changing mistake made at the Denver Mint. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most people have no idea what to look for, meaning thousands of these coins could be out there, hiding in plain sight. And the reason they're so valuable? It's all about minting errors that collectors crave, pushing the price up to an astonishing $895,000. So what's stopping you from finding one? Could a fortune be sitting in your coin jar right now? Hold on to that thought, because up next, I'll show you exactly how to spot this $1 million mistake. But first, let's bust a major myth. A lot of people think old pennies are automatically valuable. Wrong. Age alone doesn't make a coin valuable, it's the rarity, demand, and, in this case, an ultra-rare minting error that skyrockets its worth. So how do you spot the goldmine? Pay close attention, because this could be the difference between finding loose change and life-changing wealth. Look for the D mint mark just below the year 1985. Check for a doubling effect on the date or lettering. This is what's called a double die error. Examine the edges. If they appear slightly misaligned, that's another telltale sign. Got one that looks like this? Don't spend it, secure it. In just a moment, I'll reveal exactly how to get your coin authenticated and sell it for top dollar. But first, let's talk about how people are missing out on millions without even realizing it. Did you know that someone once sold a rare penny at a garage sale for just 5 cents, completely unaware that it was worth over $1.7 million? Stories like this happen all the time, and it's tragic. But you don't have to be the next cautionary tale. So here's what you need to do right now. If you think you have this rare 1985 D penny, do not clean or tamper with it. This can lower its value significantly. Use a magnifying glass to check for errors, take clear photos, and consult a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Get in touch with a rare coin dealer or auction house. They can guide you to the best possible buyer. Time is of the essence. The demand for rare coins is skyrocketing, and collectors are paying top dollar right now. If you wait too long, you could miss your shot at life-changing wealth. So check your change, your old jars, even that drawer full of junk coins. You might be sitting on a hidden fortune. But here's the million-dollar question: what other hidden treasures are lurking in your home right now? Subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, because you might be holding on to a fortune without even knowing it. And if you want to see the next coin worth over $1 million, watch this video next. Did you know that a simple penny, the one you might pass by on the sidewalk, could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. In 1997, the U.S. Mint produced a Lincoln penny with a tiny, often overlooked D mint mark, and today, some rare versions of this coin are selling for $895,000 or more. You're holding a coin in your hand right now, and that tiny piece of copper could change your entire life, your dream house, your dream car, financial freedom, all from a penny. But here's the catch: not all 1997 D pennies are valuable. And if you don't know exactly what to look for, you could be throwing away a fortune without even realizing it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify these rare pennies, what makes them worth a fortune, and where to sell them for top dollar. And trust me, after watching this, you'll never look at spare change the same way again. The story of the 1997 D Lincoln penny isn't just about a rare coin, it's about hidden treasure in plain sight. Here's a question: when was the last time you actually checked the pennies in your pocket? Pause. In 1997, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies. But among them, a few had a critical minting error, one so rare, so unique, that collectors today are willing to pay almost $1 million for it. This isn't some gimmick. Coins like this have changed lives. People who thought they had just another penny ended up with life-changing wealth. Imagine waking up tomorrow, knowing that a tiny coin in your house could be your ticket to financial freedom. Most people don't even know what to look for. That's exactly why so many of these rare pennies are still sitting in drawers, coin jars, or, worse, getting spent as regular change. Humorous, seriously, imagine someone unknowingly using $1 million penny to buy a pack of gum. Tragic. Alright, let's get into the secret of the 1997 D penny. What makes it so valuable? Pause for curiosity build-up. The valuable 1997 D penny has a crucial error, a double die obverse, DDO. That means the design on the front of the coin, especially Lincoln's features and the date, appears slightly doubled under magnification. This minting mistake makes the coin incredibly rare and sought after. If you find a 1997 D penny but it's scratched up, its value drops significantly. Coins graded as MS67 or higher, meaning in near-perfect condition, are the ones worth the big bucks. Right now, the demand for rare error coins is skyrocketing. Serious collectors are willing to pay outrageous prices for the right penny in the right condition. And let me tell you, demand like this won't last forever. The market is hot right now, but that can change. Just like the stock market, coin values fluctuate. If you wait too long, you might miss your chance to cash in. And speaking of cashing in, where can you sell this rare penny for the highest price? Stick with me, because in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly where to sell it and how to get the best deal. So, you're probably wondering, where do you find these valuable pennies? Check your old penny jars, drawers, and any loose change lying around. The best place to find these coins is in coin collections, piggy banks, or even old rolls of pennies from the bank. Use a magnifying glass or a smartphone camera with zoom to inspect Lincoln's face, the date, and the mint mark. Look for any doubling in the details. If you think you have a 1997 D penny with a double die error, do not clean it. Cleaning lowers its value. Instead, take clear photos and get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity. And now, the big reveal: where can you sell it for the highest price? The best places to sell a rare 1997 D Lincoln penny include a top-tier auction house where collectors bid aggressively. Some have already sold here for six figures. Many will pay a premium for high-quality error coins. And remember, if your coin is legit and in top condition, you could be sitting on a life-changing amount of money. Are you ready to turn pennies into wealth? Go check your coins right now. Because every second you wait, you could be missing out on an opportunity of a lifetime. And if you found this information valuable, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin insights, and share this with a friend. You never know who might have $1 million penny sitting in their pocket. What if I told you that a simple 2004 Lincoln penny, yes, the kind you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth nearly $1 million? That's right, a single coin you've probably overlooked could change your life forever. But here's the catch: most people have no idea what makes this penny so valuable. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot one, and more importantly, how to cash in. I can't even buy gum with that. Well, let me tell you, after this video, you might start treating your pennies like golden tickets. Now, let's talk about the 2004 no mint mark Lincoln penny. What makes this coin so rare and valuable? And why is it currently valued at a staggering $895,000? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, minting errors, and collector demand. You're cleaning out an old drawer, maybe going through some loose change, and there it is, a simple, ordinary-looking penny. But what if that penny could be your ticket to financial freedom? Imagine the feeling of discovering that a tiny, forgotten coin could buy you your dream car, your dream house, or even set you up for life. Sounds impossible? Well, it's happening right now to lucky collectors. But what exactly makes this penny so special? And how do you know if you have one? Let's break it down. Here's the shocking truth: most people who own this coin don't even know it. The 2004 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was mistakenly struck under rare conditions, leading to a unique error that skyrocketed its value. And guess what? Some of these coins have been hiding in circulation for nearly 2 decades, waiting to be discovered. So let me ask you, have you checked your penny jar lately? If not, you might want to, after this. The market for rare coins is heating up, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique errors. In fact, just recently, a pristine 2004 Lincoln penny with the right attributes sold for an astonishing $895,000 at auction. And the demand? It's only growing. But how can you tell if your penny is the jackpot coin? What specific details should you look for? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Now, here's the golden information you've been waiting for. If you have a 2004 Lincoln penny, here's what you need to do right now. A regular 2004 penny has a D, Denver, or S, San Francisco, mint mark. If yours has NO mint mark, you could be in luck. Some versions of this penny have misprints, doubling effects, or off-center strikes that increase their value exponentially. The closer your penny is to mint condition, the more valuable it becomes. Even a slight scratch could make a huge difference in price. So, if you find one and it looks like it's been through a garbage disposal, well, maybe don't start house hunting just yet. Alright, let's say you found one, what's next? Here's how you can turn it into cash fast. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify your coin's authenticity and value. Don't just sell it at your local pawn shop. Major auction houses and high-end collectors will pay big for rare finds. Sites like eBay, heritage auctions, and specialized coin forums are where collectors hunt for treasures like this. And here's the most shocking part. Experts predict that the value of this rare penny could go even higher in the coming years. So if you find one, do you sell now or hold for an even bigger payday? Now, imagine, what if you are one of the lucky few sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? Will you take action, or let this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity slip away? The choice is yours. So tell me, when's the last time you really checked your spare change? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because next time, I'll reveal even more rare coins that could be hiding in plain sight. Well, buckle up, because in the next few minutes, you might discover that you've been walking past a small fortune hiding in plain sight. And no, we're not talking about just any pocket change, so before you start shaking out your couch cushions, listen closely. A 2006 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Just a simple, everyday coin, except for one crucial detail: some of these pennies aren't worth 1 cent. They're worth nearly $895,000 and beyond. How is that possible? Let me tell you. The secret lies in a rare minting error, a mistake made at the Denver Mint. You see, in the world of coin collecting, small details mean big money. A minor misprint, a tiny doubling in the lettering, or even an off-metal strike could catapult a penny's value from 1 cent to nearly $1 million. And the 2006 Lincoln cent has all the right ingredients for a collector's dream. At this point, some of you might be eyeing that old jar of pennies in the attic like it's a treasure chest, and honestly, it just might be. Coin collectors and investors are hunting for these rare pennies right now. The market is on fire, and some lucky individuals have already cashed in on their jackpot finds. But here's the catch: these pennies are vanishing from circulation fast. So how do you know if you have one? And if you do, how can you sell it for top dollar? Well, let's find out. Look for doubling on the inscriptions, especially Liberty and the date 2006. Step 2. Check for off-metal strikes. Some rare versions were accidentally printed on silver planchets instead of copper zinc. Step 3. Get it professionally graded, because condition matters, and a verified coin can skyrocket in value. And trust me, trying to do this with the naked eye? Not gonna work. Invest in a magnifier. Your wallet will thank you. Recently, one of these rare 2006 pennies sold for nearly $895,000 at auction. And the truth is, more of them are still out there, waiting to be discovered. Maybe by you. So ask yourself, what would you do if you found one of these pennies? Travel the world? Buy your dream home? Secure your family's future? This isn't just about a penny. It's about opportunity. And right now, that opportunity is in your hands. Don't let this chance slip away. Check your coins, get them graded, and if you think you have something valuable, reach out to a reputable coin dealer or auction house. And before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another valuable coin update. Who knows? The next video could be about the next $1 million penny. We're uncovering the shocking truth behind the 2008 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. And guess what? One of these recently sold for a jaw-dropping $895,000, and some collectors claim its value could soar into the millions. Pause for effect. What if I told you that you might be holding onto one right now without even realizing it? Stay with me because, in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to spot this rare coin and how you can turn an everyday penny into a life-changing fortune. But before we dive in, let me ask you, what would you do if you suddenly had $1 million penny in your hand? Comment below. Alright, let's break this down. The 2008 Lincoln penny looks like any other copper-coated coin you've seen 1,000 times. But here's where things get interesting. Not all 2008 pennies were created equal. Some were minted with a critical error, making them extraordinarily rare. There's no mint mark. That's right. Normally, pennies are stamped with a small letter indicating where they were minted, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia. But this particular batch? Completely missing that mint mark. A rare mistake that slipped through the cracks at the US Mint. And let me tell you, collectors love rare errors. The fewer there are, the higher the demand, and the higher the price. Think of it this way, just like how some people are obsessed with limited edition sneakers, rare coin collectors are out there willing to pay a fortune for the rarest finds. Except, instead of sneakers, we're talking about pennies worth more than a luxury mansion. Now, let's get to the $1 million question. How much is this penny really worth today? A recent auction shattered expectations when one of these pennies sold for $895,000, and experts predict that future sales could push this coin's value into the millions. That's right, 1 cent transforming into a 7-figure payday. Makes you rethink all those pennies you tossed into the tip jar at the coffee shop, huh? But here's the thing. Not every 2008 penny is worth that much. Only a select few have the error, and time is running out. The more people discover and sell these coins, the fewer rare ones remain, meaning the price could go even higher, or crash if too many hit the market at once. So, how can you tell if you have a fortune hiding in your piggy bank? Here's what you need to do right now: grab any 2008 pennies you have lying around, examine them under bright light. Look closely, do you see a mint mark? If there's a small D, P, or S, it's not the rare one. But if there's nothing there, you might have struck gold, or in this case, copper. Get it authenticated. Take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm if your penny is the real deal, list it for auction or private sale. The best way to get top dollar is through reputable auction houses specializing in rare coins. Remember, the window of opportunity won't last forever. The market can change overnight, and once these coins are gone, they're gone. So don't wait, check your pennies today. And hey, what if I told you there's another rare penny out there, hiding in plain sight, worth even more? If you think this 2008 penny is impressive, just wait until you hear about the next one. But that's a story for another video. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. If you found this video valuable, smash that like button, drop a comment, and share this with someone who might unknowingly have $1 million penny. And if you want to stay ahead of the game in rare coin collecting, check out my next video right here. Have you ever emptied your pocket change and thought, what if one of these pennies was worth a fortune? Well, you might want to check again, because one simple 1980 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, has recently been valued at an astounding $895,000. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a single penny. But the real question is, could you be holding one right now? And if so, how do you cash in? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to identify this rare coin, why it's so valuable, and most importantly, how you can sell it for the biggest payday of your life. Now, let's dive into the mystery of the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, but there's something incredibly rare about a certain batch from 1980. A mistake at the US Mint created an extremely limited number of high-grade, error-free coins with unique characteristics that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. But here's the catch, only a handful of these exist, and they're hiding somewhere out there. So, how do you know if your penny is worth almost $1 million? Let's break it down. Here's what you need to look for. Unlike standard 1980 pennies, this rare version lacks any mint identification. If your penny is scratched, worn, or damaged, the value drops significantly. A certified high-grade coin is what makes collectors bid sky-high. This unique variation comes from a rare metal composition anomaly. Now, I know what you're thinking, great, but where do I even start? Well, don't go flipping your couch cushions just yet. There's more to the story, and it's a big one. Because one of these 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies just sold for $895,000 at a high-profile auction. That's right, someone turned a 1-cent coin into nearly $1 million. But here's the kicker, experts believe more of these pennies are still in circulation today. Which means one could be sitting in your piggy bank right now. Imagine stumbling upon one, getting it graded, and then walking away with life-changing money. What would you do with that kind of cash? Travel the world? Buy your dream home? Never work again? Alright, let's get real. How do you actually turn your penny into cold, hard cash? I'm about to reveal exactly where to sell it, who will pay the most, and what steps to take right now. If you think you've got one of these ultra-rare pennies, do not rush to sell it at your local pawn shop. You could be losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's what you need to do instead. Organizations like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can certify your penny's authenticity and condition. Sites like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, and Great Collections attract serious buyers who are ready to bid big. They can guide you through pricing and avoid potential scams. Or, you could just trade it for a soda at the gas station, but I wouldn't recommend that. Now, the biggest mistake people make is waiting too long. The coin market is hot, and the value of rare pennies is skyrocketing. The longer you wait, the more opportunities you could be missing out on. So, here's what I want you to do right now: check your coin collection today. You never know what hidden treasures you might have. Because believe me, this is just the beginning. I'll be revealing even more valuable coins you might own. Share this video with someone who might unknowingly be sitting on a gold mine. Imagine finding a penny in your old change jar, just a simple, unassuming copper coin. But what if I told you that this tiny, forgotten 1978 Lincoln cent could be worth up to $895,000? Yes, you heard that right. A single coin that could change your life overnight. And here's the kicker, there are still several of these rare pennies out there, waiting to be discovered. Could you be holding one of them right now? Stick with me until the end because I'm going to show you exactly how to identify this $1 million penny, why it's so valuable, and, most importantly, how you can cash in before it's too late. But first, let me ask you, when was the last time you checked your spare change? The year was 1978. Jimmy Carter was president, gas was 63 cents a gallon, and people were busy grooving to disco. Meanwhile, at the Denver Mint, something unusual happened. A tiny mistake, a minting error, created one of the rarest modern pennies in existence. This wasn't just any ordinary penny. Due to a striking error, a small batch of 1978 Lincoln cents ended up with a flaw that collectors today pay a fortune for. Some had an overstruck D mint mark, doubling effects, or even rare copper composition anomalies. Now, you might be thinking, why would anyone pay nearly $1 million for a mistake? Well, just like misprinted baseball cards or flawed vintage stamps, errors in currency make certain coins incredibly valuable, because they are so rare. Now, let's talk money. The current market value for the rare 1978 penny is a jaw-dropping $895,000. And it's rising. Why? Because demand from collectors is skyrocketing while the supply remains scarce. But here's where it gets even better. More of these pennies are still out there, hiding in old collections, forgotten piggy banks, and even your pocket change. The question is, how do you spot one? Here's what you need to look for. First, check for the D mint mark under the date. Some valuable versions have a doubling effect on the D or are slightly misaligned. Second, pay attention to the coin's weight. Some rare errors were accidentally struck on copper planchets instead of zinc, making them heavier. Third, examine the rim. A smooth, well-preserved rim without heavy wear means a higher value at auction. If you have any 1978 D pennies lying around, I highly recommend you check them right now. This isn't just a hobby, it could be the biggest financial breakthrough of your life. Insert humorous break. And if you're thinking, I'll do it later, just remember, the guy who waited probably missed out on the last rare penny, now sitting in someone else's bank account. So, let's say you find the penny. What happens next? You'll want to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and give it a grade, because the higher the grade, the higher the payout. From there, you can take it to a major auction house or sell it directly to high-end collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for this rarity. Now, let's put this into perspective. What could you do with nearly $900,000? This isn't just about finding a rare penny, it's about discovering life-changing wealth in the most unexpected places. And the best part? It could be sitting right in your pocket. And here's the real question: what other coins are hiding massive fortunes? Because the 1978 D penny isn't the only one worth big bucks. In my next video, I'm revealing another rare coin currently selling for over $1.7 million. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. So, if you're serious about turning small change into a wealthy lifestyle, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your next big payday could be one coin away. Did you know that a simple penny, the kind you might have lying around in an old jar or stuck between your couch cushions, could be worth nearly $700,000? That's right. A single 1968 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny sold for $695,000, and there could be more out there just waiting to be discovered. Now, imagine finding one of these pennies and instantly transforming your financial future. What would you do with that kind of money? Would you retire early? Buy your dream home? Travel the world? Well, before you go digging through your coin collection, you need to know exactly what makes this penny so valuable, and how you can cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But beware, there's a crucial mistake that could cost you everything. Stay tuned, because I'll reveal it in just a moment. So, what's the big deal about the 1968 no-mint Mark penny? Let's break it down. In 1968, the United States Mint was producing pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, Philadelphia pennies do not carry a mint mark, but a rare minting error occurred. Some San Francisco minted pennies were struck without the S mint mark. Now, this might not sound like much, but in the world of coin collecting, small details make a big difference. This error turned an ordinary penny into a multi-$100,000 rarity. And here's the kicker: most people have no idea they even own one. These pennies have been circulating for over 50 years, hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right person to recognize their value. But here's where things get really exciting. Okay, time to grab your magnifying glass and start hunting. Here's how you can check if you have one of these rare pennies. Look for a penny dated 1968. If it has a small D, Denver, or S, San Francisco, then unfortunately, it's not the jackpot penny. This is where things get exciting. If there's no mint mark at all, you might have just found a treasure. Now, don't get too excited yet, there are fakes and misleading coins out there. I'll tell you in just a moment how to verify your coin so you don't fall for a scam. Oh, and if you're thinking, nah, I probably don't have one, remember, someone else probably thought the same thing, until they cashed in for nearly $700,000. Now, let's talk about the most important part: getting paid. If you think you found a 1968 no-mint mark penny, do not take it to just any pawn shop or coin dealer. Many people get tricked into selling their rare coins for a fraction of their true value. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC, the top coin grading services. This ensures authenticity and gets you the best price. Auctions like heritage auctions or great collections are where serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Don't accept the first offer. If a coin recently sold for $695,000, there's a good chance yours could be worth the same, or even more. But here's the urgent part: more people are discovering these rare pennies every day, and as more enter the market, prices could drop. If you wait too long, you might miss out on the biggest payday of your life. Go check your old coin collections, your piggy banks, and even the pennies in your car's cup holder. You might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and comment below if you're checking your coins right now. What if I told you that a tiny, everyday penny you've walked past 1,000 times could actually be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. The 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is shaking up the coin collecting world. One lucky person could cash in for a staggering $895,000. But here's the million-dollar question: could you be holding one right now without even knowing it? That's right, folks. You may have literally thrown away a fortune. And the scariest part? Someone else could be cashing in on your overlooked treasure. Stick with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly how to identify this rare coin, why it's worth a fortune, and how you can turn that tiny copper disc into a wealthy lifestyle. Picture this: it's 1967. The Vietnam War is in full swing, Martin Luther King Jr. is making history, and gas costs a mere 33 cents per gallon. But something else happened that year, something mysterious at the U.S. Mint. Due to the Coinage Act of 1965, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from all coins to discourage hoarding. But a critical error was made. A handful of 1967 pennies were struck in a way that made them incredibly rare. Only a few of these pennies exist today, making them some of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Now you may be wondering, why is this penny worth nearly $1 million? And more importantly, how can you find one? Here's the deal: this is not just any penny. The 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent has unique errors that set it apart. Look closely at yours. Do you see any doubling in the lettering? Perhaps an odd shape on Lincoln's portrait? If so, you may be in for a life-changing surprise. One of these pennies was recently sold for $895,000 at a private auction. And as more collectors fight to get their hands on them, prices could skyrocket even higher. Imagine walking into your bank with a penny, and walking out with $1 million check. Talk about making sense of your fortune. But here's the catch. These rare pennies are disappearing fast. Coin dealers and collectors are hunting them down as we speak. If you don't check your collection right now, you might just miss your golden ticket. So here's what you need to do immediately: check your old piggy banks, jars, and loose change. Look for the 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark and potential doubling errors. If you think you've got one, get it authenticated ASAP. Because that tiny piece of copper? It could be your ticket to a life of wealth and freedom. Imagine the vacations, the dream home, the car you've always wanted, and it all starts with one single penny. So tell me, are you feeling lucky? Check your change. Who knows, you might just be America's next millionaire. Imagine waking up one day, reaching into an old coin jar, and discovering a penny worth nearly $700,000. Sounds crazy, right? But here's the kicker: it's 100% real. A single 1961 Lincoln penny sold for an astonishing $695,000 in a private auction. And there could be more hiding in plain sight. Maybe even in your pocket right now. Before you dismiss that old pile of pennies, let me tell you why this one is different. The 1961 Lincoln cent might just be the golden ticket you've been searching for. You see, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies that year, but a rare few escaped the minting process with a shocking flaw. A flaw so rare that it turned an ordinary 1-cent coin into a millionaire's dream. I know what you're thinking: a penny making me rich? That's like my grandma's cat suddenly becoming a TikTok star. But here's the deal: it happens more often than you think. Over the years, collectors have fought over these rare era coins, pushing their values sky high. And with the growing demand for unique, historical coins, the market for rare pennies has never been hotter. But why is this particular penny worth a fortune? Let's dive deeper. So what makes the 1961 D. Lincoln penny so special? It all comes down to three key factors: rarity, condition, and error types. Only a handful of these pennies were ever discovered in mint state condition. Grading matters. Coins rated MS 67 or higher command insane prices. The big money is in mistakes, things like double dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. But here's where things get wild. Some experts believe there are still undiscovered 1961 D-era pennies out there, and you could be holding one right now. So how do you cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? Here's what you need to do: check your coins. Search old piggy banks, coin jars, and even under couch cushions. Look for key signs. Check for mint errors, double dies, and high-grade conditions. A magnifying glass and a bit of patience could change your life. Get a professional appraisal. Have your penny graded by a reputable agency like PCGS or NGC. This can make or break your payday. Sell to the right buyer. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and private collectors are willing to pay big for the right coin. But wait, what if you've already spent one of these rare pennies? What if it's out there, right now, buying a pack of gum? Terrifying thought, isn't it? Now here's the million-dollar question: could you be the next person to discover a $700,000 penny? There's only one way to find out. Go check your change now, and if you want to learn more about other rare coins worth thousands, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on notifications. Because trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.